a dairy farm, part 1. I now request the speaker to begin. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. This is Dr. P K Shrivastava, ex-NDDB officer and dairy business consultant in Bangalore. Ma'am, this topic was selected and a very apt topic. Nowadays, everybody is listening on the social media that lot of supports, government supports and subsidies are available for opening a dairy farm. So it is beneficial. This talk will be beneficial for budding entrepreneurs as well as those who are already running the dairy farm. So we will be concentrating on the challenges to establish a dairy farm. Let's go to the slide. Next slide shows there are two types of challenges. One is the external challenges and another one is the internal challenges. External challenges are those which can be coming from outside. Most of the time, these are the challenges which are not in your hand. Actually, you cannot contribute much into this. But anyway, once you are into the business, you have to manage. So these are other parties. In other words, these are other parties. And the internal challenges are your own challenges. It is you yourself. It is the farm. So let's go for the external challenges. Today in this talk, in half an hour, we'll be covering the external challenges only. The internal challenges we will detail in our next talk, which is scheduled on next Friday, coming Friday, at the same time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So first one is the lending source and subsidies. Everybody need, for a business, they need the financial linkages with some of the financial institutions. And if it is tagged with the subsidies, obviously it's certainly a good one. So we'll be discussing on that. Then comes the approvals. As you know, for any business, you need to take approvals from certain parties. We need to take supports from certain organizations, certain departments, government departments. We'll discuss this also. The insurance is a part and parcel of the farm management. This insurance is particularly, we are talking about the cattle insurance. We have not included in this insurance the small animal insurances. So animal insurance covers cattle insurance, goat insurance, piggery, and poultry, and all other domesticated animal insurance. Here we'll be talking on the cattle insurance. Project reports and finance. For any of the financial linkages, you need a project report that can be drafted either by some consultant or by some technical person who understand the dairy business. So again, as you know, the financial institutions are outside of your control. Approvals are outside of your control. You have to manage. Insurance is out of your control. It's another organization altogether, and their set rules. And project reports and finances, it is in the hands of consultants. They will be framing a kind of business module for you, and that accordingly, they will go for the preparation of the project reports. Project report is a very big thing. It's about more than 40 pages, and it will include many of the things. Like, we will discuss on that what all it includes and why it is 40 pages, and what is the need of such a voluminous document, and why bank insists for this. Shed layouts and designs. So after the project report, now comes the farm is going to take shape, and this shape is to be taken as per the shed layout. You know, the shed layout and designs, it saves the life of the animal, it provides the comfort to the animal, and it also saves a lot of cost on the labor movement or goods movement within and from outside the farm. And the consultancy is a kind of technical support which is provided by the consultant throughout the time of the establishing a dairy farm or managing a dairy farm, or even once the management goes haywire, somewhere there is some problem. This can be, the consultant can become a support to turn it around. So we'll discuss very short about the consultancy and sourcing and material. Without sourcing and materials, sourcing of materials, maybe the animals, maybe the other materials, maybe the civil, maybe the chemicals, maybe the medicines, maybe the fodder, maybe the feed, anything. It all is a big job when you manage a livestock, and that too in a sizable, size. Number of animals depends on that. If you are managing only single or two animals, so obviously these things will not come into picture. But once you are going for the larger, dairy business, dairy farm business, so you will need all those things, right? So creditors and debtors, obviously, in the business, creditors and debtors are always available and they are always to be managed. Now the last is the lever. Actually, it is not the last, and it is really not the least. It is the major part for the success of the dairy farm, because the laborers, generally people understand that we have given funds, we have made the sheds, we have given the animals, we have put the fodder and feed, and everything is online. Now the milk should flow to me. Actually, it doesn't happen. So there works the labor. And the technicality of the labor decides that how this business is going to proceed. So we'll go one by one. And it is only we are talking to the external challenges. The first and foremost challenge is from where to get the money support, from where we are going to the financial linkages, going to establish the financial linkages. These financial linkages would definitely be from some of the financial institutions. And you know that by now, there are no private financial institutions except some of the venture capital funds, everything in the hands of the government, everything in the hands of commercial banks, rural banks, and cooperative banks, and some of the venture capital funds. If the project is so inviting, the venture capital funds also is available for making the financial linkages, for establishing the project, and as well as maintaining the project. So what is the challenge in this? The challenge is that how to get aligned with these things. Now, if you see in this slide, the NABARD, we are talking of a word called refinance. NABARD, if you ask any even uneducated farmer, he knows the name of the NABARD. And the moment you ask that who gives the loan for the dairy, it's NABARD. It's NABARD. Always it's NABARD. Actually, it is not. NABARD is always a refinance. It is never, NABARD is an organization which is never financing directly for any of the dairy project. It is always through some of the banks. It could be any of the commercial bank, any of the cooperative bank, any of the rural regional cooperative bank, or any of the other private banks also can join hand with the NABARD if they are so interested. Till now, no such private banks are so interested to give loans for the dairy business. But the government of India and state governments, they are very positive about, they have understood during the Corona time that this was the business who's actually saved the farmers, because this was a continuous earning business and it continued even during the Corona. So now the lesson learned is that let us boost this one, and that is how you find the echo of subsidy in the dairy business, subsidy in the dairy business, and subsidy in the dairy business. And it is from the government of India as well, it is from the state governments where the project is located. But here is some problem. The problem is wherever you go to the net, you will find there are majority of social media videos and news, and even the big newspapers, they are blowing these headings that, oh, subsidy is available and this thing is available, and then it's very easy now it's very simple. Actually it is not. Whatever they are tom-tomming is just for the 2, 4, 6 up to 10 animal farm, and that can never make a farm owner a kind of entrepreneur. No, never. Because the milk quantum, milk volume will not be so much that he will be able to convert into the product or sell even the liquid, and that liquid can reach to the market, to the consumer directly in the brand, and so that they will get the better profit, so that they can take out their costs and earn some margin. Actually, it never happens. What happened is, if you are handling a farm for a lesser number of animals, it is actually making you milk producer, which is always dependent on some of the dairy business houses. It could be anyone, it could be cooperative, it could be private dairy business houses, and they will buy your milk, they will give the cost of your milk, no doubt, and there are fair business going on in the country, and that is how we have reached about 200 million tons of the milk production in the country, and that is how our procurement is increasing and production is increasing, and so much of the value-added products are increasing. So things are going on. But once you want to become an entrepreneur, develop your brand, and you want to be seen inside the market as a brand, so up to 10 animal, even up to 20 animal, it is always a doubting. It's always a question mark that you will become a dairy entrepreneur. Always you will be a milk producer, dependent on some of the dairy business houses. As a producer, as a milk pourer, that's all. And where is the biggest problem? The biggest problem is in the branch. As per the NABARD guidelines, the loan can be sanctioned from the local bank, any bank, but the local bank situated where the project is going to be established. That is how I will cite one example, how I have come across with many of such examples, and many of such examples are mostly negative, and there are positivity, but then how it is, let's see the picture. The picture is like a dairy business entrepreneur want to go into dairy farm business, and he has actually calculated the feasibility study. He has understood that about 5.65 crores will be his total investment. And out of this 5.65 total investment, the first year investment will be about 3.5 crores. And that for this 5.65 crore investment financial linkages, he reaches out to the local bank and he goes to the branch manager. And the branch manager, first he will not meet. He is very busy. He is busy because there are a lot of bank business load on his head. So he is actually bogged up with so much of work into the branch. And whosoever is connected with the banks or related with the banks or know about the actual bank business nowadays going on, is that they have got so much of workload that actually they never want to take another one, a feather in their cap. And probably that is one reason. And the another reason that the most of the time, the dairy business entrepreneurs whom we are talking about, they are generally not being understood that he is not a producer. He is going to establish a farm of more than 20 and 50 animals or 100 animals, like that. He is going to be a real, asset to the state. He is going to enter into your, he is going to boost your GDP. He is going to add up into your GDP. He is going to put up a dairy fresh market product inside the market for the consumer. But what they will see with the single lens Oh, acha, acha, it is a dairy loan. Okay, okay, okay. Most of the time it gets NPA. So it converts into the bad debt. Let's not talk about that. So most of the time, the branch manager will never come out. He will never meet you. Okay, finally, you have understood that this person is a little difficult person. He will not meet me. You have found out some of the relations with somebody and who knows the branch manager. You are going with the reference, and then the branch manager calls you. And then finally, you are meeting after 3 or 4 attempts. Then now the question answer starts. Oh, where do you want to open your dairy farm? This is a lethal question. It has got 50% chances. The moment you say that X, this is the Google map, and here, this is the village I want to open the farm, and this is the investment, and this is a rough calculation. We'll go for the project report as per your advice, but this is what we are thinking. So can you help in that? He says, okay, that I will not understand. Can you tell me the postal address so that I understand whether it comes into my jurisdiction or not, or it is in the jurisdiction of some other branch, or it is in the jurisdiction of some of the lead bank. We are not the lead bank. So he says, no, sir, you are the only lead bank, sir. And this comes in your jurisdiction, we have found out, sir. Okay, it comes to my jurisdiction. Okay, fine, thank you very much. Okay, then, then fine. Land is in your name. This is the question branch manager is asking to the entrepreneur. Land is in your name? Yes, sir, land is my name. He was anticipating if the land is not in his name, he is gone. Because no loan is given unless the land is in your name. That is a line given by NABARD, and all the banks are following that. And truly they are following. Even if you give any of the collateral, never it doesn't matter. You have to have land in your name. Okay, now the DPR. Land is also with you. Okay, what about the DPR? Have you made any DPR? No, sir, I was waiting for you and you will give some formats, or we'll prepare the DPR according to the format. No, we don't have any format. But anything you were telling about that, you have had a rough calculation of that. Yes, sir, this is the rough calculation. He shows the calculation and he looks at, okay, it is in some CR, it's something or more than 5 CR in 5 years. And first year only it is 3.5 CR. So this is the investment he is looking. And now he is asking about, okay, fine. So anything about the collateral? Are you able to give some collateral, sir? Any land or house or building or FDs or whatever? Yes, sir, we'll give collateral. He has brought the collateral also. The entrepreneur is very smart. He has brought the collateral also. He shows the collateral also to that fellow. So these are the FDs. We'll give the FDs for about 2 crores, and rest is the land in my name that you can take into the collateral. And sir, you can lend out at least for the first year investment so that we can do the investment and we can start the project. Then, sir, do you have any consultant attached with you? Because who will manage the technical issue if something happens? Sir, have you talked to the dairy animal husbandry department? Will they be able to, support all these questions? He goes on asking question. And finally, he says, okay, you give this and we'll look into that. Finally, you deposit it, and later on it never moves to the agriculture section of that bank, where it has to be evaluated. The DPR has to be prepared. The DPR has to be submitted in the that portal of the agriculture department of that bank, and it will never reach. And finally, within this process, 3 to 4 months will pass, and the gentleman branch manager is now transferred, file is lost, and now finally you are of nowhere. But always this is not the story. Most of the time people understand, they know about the need for this, and they come out with the support. They take the courage of giving the loan, agreeing for the loan. Of course, with all the terms and conditions which NABARD has fixed, of RBI has fixed, all those things they follow and they lend up the money to. And this is how the financial support is, found out, and the financial linkages is created. Now the type of insurance. let us talk about the second thing comes the moment you to purchase the animal. Buying animal itself is a big task. Lot of technicality involves into that. Otherwise, this is not an animal actually. This is a machine which converts the garbage, the leaves, the dry fodder, any kind of fodder into kind of milk, So this is a milk machine. So the machine is, the machine is bought faulty, obviously the result will be faulty. So that is the purpose that most of the time it becomes very technical to buy an animal. That we'll discuss when we talk about the procurement and supply. So here, the moment you buy the animal, the most important securing the asset is the insurance and the cattle insurance. Why the cattle insurance is required? Cattle insurance is, it depends on the type. You want only the transit insurance. Suppose this animal is being purchased from this district, going to the other district, means the purchase place, the purchase market is separate, and the animal standing place is different. So obviously there will be different company may be involved, or different offices may be involved of the same insurance company. But somehow the transit can be taken, comprehensive can be taken. If you have taken comprehensive, then transit is already included in that up to 80 kilometers. Beyond the 80 kilometers, you have to take extra transit, right? And so the age is very important. Age is the first calf birth. From there, 32 months they will take. So that is a kind of technicality they have found out. First calf born, and then 32 months they will take. And the percentage vary. You just see the how varying kind of percentage. It could be 1% if it is a transit insurance. It could be 1.5% extra transit insurance. It's a 4.5% plus GST. These are the different type of insurances it will take in the cattle case. It is only on the sum assured, and sum assured is dependent on the market rate. And market rate is generally certified and verified and certified by the veterinarian, local veterinarian, from where the animal market exists, from where the animals are being bought. Indemnity comes only 75% of the sum assured. And applicable groups, they have made the applicable groups. There is a group insurance as well. One I talked about transit insurance, another I talked about the comprehensive insurance, another I'm talking about the group insurance. If it is a group of 5 to 10, you get about 2.5% rebate on the premium. And if it is 10 to 15, you get 5% rebate on the premium, and so on and so forth. It goes up to 100 animals. Cattle insurance generally requires, these are the things the person should know. The entrepreneur should know these things. Otherwise, it is going to be a big challenge for him. Then what is the applicability? Whether this cattle insurance is applicable on this animal or not. Then only the insurance person will listen to you. Age. So the first calf born, at the age of first calf to 10 years, they will go for the insurance. Any policy will exist for 32 months. And thereafter you go on renewing the policy. But the upper age is 10 years. And valuation is as per the market and verified, as I told, verified by the veterinary doctor. And premium rate is 1.1 to 4.5. Various kind of schemes, let's not talk into that. Because there are many schemes where even 90% of the insurance premium is being paid by the government of India or state government. Generally, 50% is being paid by the state governments. So that varies according to the scheme. Like Kamdhenu, you will be getting about somewhere in some state is 80% of the premium is waived off. Somewhere it is 90% premium is waived off. Somewhere it is 30% premium is waived off. So the farmer gets the animal insurance, cattle insurance, especially I'm talking about, mostly free of cost. So let's go for the group insurance we have discussed. So what are the things to be, submitted for the at the time of taking the insurance? So there is a form. There is a set of the form that is on the site. You can go to the visit to the site of any of the general insurance company, and you will get the full detail they have given on the site. But at the time of claim, that becomes a problem. That is a challenge. That challenge is also being smoothed by Government of India and many governments. They have come heavily on the insurance people, and they have now specified and they have made a simple kind of system how you can go for the insurance claim. That is form, death certificate. The form is from the insurance company. It is the printed form insurance company provides for the claim. Death certificate. That certificate is verified by the veterinarian. Postmortem report given by the veterinarian. Tag, which was tagged at the time of giving the insurance to the animal. That tag must be there. If the tag is not there, the PM is not, any of this thing is not there, you are not going to get the claim. And claim is only you are going to get 75% of the sum assured. So that way, the settlement takes generally 2 months. And if it is the subsidy, so always it is better. So let's come to the another part. What is the DPR? You will find here a system, the third column. See the page number of the column. So first, the intro takes 4 to 5 pages. Why the DPR is so voluminous? This slide will explain it. So the first intro will be about 4 to 5 pages. An objective and about the promoter, who is the project owner, and potential. What is the potential? Where the project is going to be set up, whether some potential is there or not. Potential for procurement of the animals, procurement of goods, procurement of materials, machines, how it's going to do. So that potential is very essential. And who are the beneficiaries? So any project, what government wants, that there should be some kind of social responsibility of the project to the project owner, that he should think for the society. So who are the beneficiaries? Is it going to give the job for some of the rural people? It is going to increase the daily income of the rural people. It is going to make a livelihood for the rural people, something like that. So that is who are the beneficiaries, and brief about the project. What kind of project it is? It is a farm. It is a Indian cattle farm. It is a crossbreeding cattle farm. It is going to deal with the milk and milk product, or it is going to deal with the animals to be sold to the different farmers, or it is going to only sell the heifers to the farmers. Those who want to take the heifers, they will take it, and they will develop with their own feeding system. They will develop them as a cow. Hope I'm not exceeding. Okay, right. So then the project details. Look at the project detail, chapter 4. It is about 11 pages, 10 pages, 10 to 11 pages. And then financial analysis, again 10 pages. And the approval and disclaimer, etc. is hardly 2 pages. So, right. So this is how it goes up to this. And there will be 10 to 12 annexers. So generally it goes to 40 to 45 pages. And these are some financial we have worked out for the viewers of this, talk, listeners of this talk, and viewers of this talk. That's yes. If you want to open now, there is a plus point. There is a good news to be shared over here. The government of India has prevailed upon NABARD. NABARD has now modified its system of working, cattle loan and giving the subsidy. Earlier it was restricted up to 10 animals. Now they have gone for the 20 to 50 animals also. So that is a sea change we are seeing into the NABARD approach. And this is called NABARD Yojana 22. So this year the Yojana has just now started from April month, last month only. This is a very new thing. Hardly anybody knows about this. Most of the people do not know because it is not so much popularized. So here 50 animals project is allowed. Suppose you want to open 20 animal project, 50 animal project or 100 animal project. This slide shows that you need at least 15 lakh rupees for 20 animals, at least 38 lakh rupees for the 50 animals, and at least 75 lakh rupees for 100 animals. So now you can calculate that the cost of animal itself, it is not having shed, nothing. Only animal will cost this much. And if you are going to get the subsidy on this only, so your subsidy now you can understand that this is going to be the subsidy. Now look at the other capital. What are the other capital? Shed is required, tractor trolleys and other agri equipments are required, bulk milk coolers are required, laboratory is required, land is required. First and foremost, for the animal standing, land is required. So it could be 1 acre, 1.5 acre, or 2 acre land required to holding more than 100 animals. If it is 20 animals, 1 acre is sufficient. It can hold up to 50 animals. If it is 50 animals, 2 acre is required because it can hold up to 100 animals. So like that. So this is the land cost we have taken. Then the milking machine and other equipments, miscellaneous capital, almost it comes about 47 lakh for 20 animal farm. And for 50 animal farm, it comes about 61 lakh. And for 100 animal farm, it comes about 91 lakh. So this is how, just imagine that for the loan social media is talking about, it is chiller party. It is not the actual dairy entrepreneurship. It is making you only a milk producer and linked to some of the dairy house. And in the dairy business, sir, it is for sure, under inverted commas, this can be noted down. The person, the entrepreneur who reaches with its product to the direct to the consumer, he eats the cream of the business. So in case of once you are a producer and only pourer to the some of the dairy house, cream is not yours. Cream is of the person who is going to pack the milk, make the product and reach to the consumer, right? So if you want to get the cream, if you want to become the real dairy business, you should try always more than 50 animal farm, which is going to sustain, which is going to absorb your shocks, which is going to, give you the break-even point, if not first year, at least second year. Now look at the subsidy point. We have highlighted in the colors. In 20 animal farm, you will be getting subsidy of about 4 lakhs. In 50 animal farm, you are going to get the subsidy about 9.5 lakh. And in 100 animal farm, you are going to get the subsidy about 19 lakhs. So not a joke. If somebody is helping you about 10 lakh rupees or 19 lakh rupees, good, very good. So you should try for that. But the trial and the problem I told is the branch manager. He will not understand all these things. He says always there is a pressure for loaning. We don't want to loan because there is always hassle in the loan. And sometimes it is true also. Because many of the business entrepreneurs may not, I'm using word may not, be interested in the farm. They will be interested only in the subsidy part and loan part. And they can misutilize the farm. And that is why NABARD has used in its NABARD Yojana 22, they have used it, a word, to stop the misutilization of the NABARD fund. we are taking these measures. So always that angle is there. So sometime if the branch manager is denying or he is looking with the fishy eyes, he is right also. So we have to understand that. So this is how a kind of rough, you will understand that this is the financial we have worked out for the viewers, that this much is the financial attachment, financial linkage you need to open these kind of forms. Approvals. Not much of the slides, it's already now done. So not much of the slides. Yeah, approvals. Any project, any business need the support of the government, local bodies, Gram Panchayat, Animal Husbandry Department for the smooth working of this project. They are always required. And most of the time you will find Animal Husbandry Department is always there to help. Problem with the Animal Husbandry Department is that they are always short of the projects, short of the budgets. So if you are paying, they are always helpful, always helpful. If they are writing some medicine, you bring, they will always inject it. They will help you all the procedures, no problem. But their support is required to run the farm in a smooth manner, right? So now these are the approvals required. Pollution Control Board. It is the animal farm which never emits anything, any pollutant other than methane. And methane is in the air. And methane cannot be captured till today. So actually it can be, that is why generally it should be opened in the rural area where there are a lot of trees, and farm should always contain a lot of trees and greenery so that the methane can be countered. Otherwise, absolutely there is no chemical used. Nothing goes in the drain which is having harmful chemical in the farm. It is either part of the cow dung, part of the urine, part of the flushings, part of the milk. So these are the things going into the drain, and most of the time these things are converted into compost by putting into the compost pit, or it is converted into the gobar gas plant, converted into the energy. So most of the time farms sustain standalone without polluting. But anyway, the system is there to take a no objection certificate from the Pollution Control Board. Electricity department, how much will be your consumption? They need to put a transformer for the load. And local panchayat approval is a must to run a farm in that area. District industry officer, he should know that there is some industry running into this, and these are the products, and it's coming to the market. And that is how it is calculated into the GDP and added into the GDP. So these are important. And Director General of MSME, if you are going for the MSME loan, this is another way of getting the financial linkages through directly to the government of state government as well as the government of India. In MSME, both participates, government of India as well as the state government. Then the shed. Why I am showing this picture? This is the shed which is awfully made just because the person do not have the money. He could not get the financial linkage, and whatever he got the financial money, the animal has been bought. Now where to keep the animal? In a house where is no air coming. So you have to understand that the shed is actually going to give life to the animal. If the animal is comfortable, healthy, the milk flow will continue properly. The next baby will be comfortable, healthy, and next baby becomes the cow, they will be healthy. So actually it spoils the generation if you are not able to manage the housing of the farms. And then this is the most crucial part of my presentation today. We are almost covering. So consultancy is, I have just given a tips of it. It could be either on the job basis, it could be either on the retainer basis under the agreement, and it could be from 1.5% to 2% of the project cost, excluding the land cost, because the land cost is the biggest cost. Whatever we have talked about, the land cost is only for animal holding farm. it is not for the fodder development. If you go for the fodder development, you need for 100 animals, you need minimum 10 acres of land. So look at the cost of land. That's how we have excluded from our project cost, whatever we charge from the companies. And there are people to pay it. They're very happy to get our consultancies. Or we also convert into the lump sum kind of agreement. Okay, this much you pay and we'll take care of your farm up to 6 months or 1 year or whatever. Or initially when you are putting into that. So all those things goes on. So that is how the consultancy. Consultancy means the person should have all knowledge of physical, financial, veterinary, treatment, what is this disease, what are the vaccination required, everything. He can become an able dairy business consultant. Otherwise, it's always part. Somebody will talk about the medicine, somebody will talk about the breeding, somebody will talk about the feeding, somebody will talk about the animal management, and so on and so forth. So it is not actually the consultancy. It is a kind of, somehow patching work. So that doesn't work actually. So you need to have a thorough consultant who understand all those things. And the sourcing of material itself is an art, the tendering, going for the, lowest one, and even then taking the quality control of that. And then this could be either the shed material, it could be civil work, it could be animals, it could be seed and feeds, it could be feed and fodder. What are the fodder seeds I have to plant? From where I can get these fodder seeds or root slips? From where I can get? From where I can get the cattle feed plant? And what are the raw material of the cattle feed? What is the formula I'm going to use? And who is going to provide the formula? And what is the percentage I'm going to use the material? And if he has provided some material in the formula that I'm not getting, then what is the alternate? All those things covers into the sourcing of material and animals. So unless you have all these things, you cannot run a dairy farm business as a dairy business entrepreneur. You can run a dairy, but you cannot be called an entrepreneur. You do not have a brand. Nobody knows in the market to you. So to establish that, these many things are essential. And these are the bigger challenges. The sourcing is a bigger challenge, even purchase of the animal, even purchase of the cattle feed plant, purchase of the mineral mixture plant, bulk milk cooler, even the laboratory setup in a farm, so that you know that what milk quality I am sending into the market. And suppose you go and manufacture some of the product like paneer, ghee. So what is the quality you are sending into the market? So that you should know. Tomorrow FSSAI should not come and tell that you are giving an inferior quality of product in the market, and then you become liable of the punishment. So all those things are the challenges nowadays. And the biggest challenge is financial linkage. And among all is the negative attitude of the branch manager of the farm. And even the officers are always positive. You go and talk to the agriculture department of any of the bank, they are very positive, damn positive. They want to help you. But the point is that the local branch manager is like a local inspector knows how to write the FIR. He knows how to write the comment on the project report. And that's all said. And this is my, if any question is there, we can go for the question.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for a detailed and informative presentation. I will take up the questions from the participants. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir, so that we can see, have a full view of yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. The first question is, what services are provided by Mrs. Dairy Consultancy India in Bengaluru?
Good question, ma'am. Actually, our focus is generally why I left the NDDB. We thought that there is not a single portal in the country which provides support to a private young entrepreneur. National Dairy Development Board is there. It is helping to the cooperatives. National Dairy Research Institute is there. It is fragmented kind of thing that you will go to the institute, one of the professor will know only about his subject. So there is not a single window which can provide to a private person. He doesn't have funds. So how to become a dairy entrepreneur? That is our basic job. And for that, these are the things whatever I have told. And those are the things which I will be talking on Friday. On these points, we prepare our clients like DPR, like shed design, like labor, all. At least if you go to my Facebook, you will see the where my picture should have been there in the Facebook. I have put up a kind of table that these are the project report these are the reports you must take from some of the consultant to understand before spending a single penny to the business. We actually save the money of the entrepreneur. We come across with lot of entrepreneurs that they have bought the machine. They bought the animal later on. First, they bought the machine for ghee making. I asked, who told you to buy it? So we try to save such people and also encourage always at the very lower cost to our young entrepreneurs. But they should become entrepreneur. They should not become just a milk pourer to some of the dairy. It is not going to help to that person. It's going to help to that dairy. Suppose Heritage is there, Amul is there, Nandini is there, this Vijaya is there, or anyone, Dodla is there. So Hudson is there. So you pour the milk, get the money, and that's all, finished. And they are going for the product where is the more than 500% of the business profit. And in the liquid milk, they are giving how much? They are giving 28 to 30 rupees, and 4 to 5 rupees government of India gives. So that is your job, that's all. So it could be for a very marginal farmer, lower people, like those who do not have the livelihood. For them, 2 animals is really a boon. So that is also essential. But when we are talking about the ultra modern dairy business will be established, the NABARD says. Go to the portal and you see NABARD, what NABARD says. Totally mechanized, madam, not less than 10 CR you will invest for having a total mechanized dairy farm. And how much they are giving? Only up to 20 animals currently. Now the new has come last month only, that is telling that, okay, we'll go for 50 animals. But again, there will be some rider. One rider I saw that those who were giving the loan earlier for 5, 8, 10 animals, they can also join this. So might be they will be preferring them where the loan payment is very good and they are the good business masters. So they will encourage them to take 50 animals and become an entrepreneur. So we provide at all these steps, basically planning, budgeting, and telling that how much animal you will keep, animal mix, product mix. These all things we provide day to day, on call, through video or through visit.
Okay, sir. Could you please tell us about your career background? What made you become a consultant?
Yeah, thank you again, about 30 years in National Dairy Development Board. National Dairy Development Board is a body corporate of Government of India, which was headed by Dr. Varghese Kurian, the father of milkman, the father of, the milkman of India, and father of dairy, we call him. So I was working with him in his organization, and for 30 years. And then I thought of parting with fine, that because I have the skill and I can at least save the people, those who are going to lose. So at least I feel very happy. I must have saved by now more than 50 people, entrepreneurs, and they will be working into the profit. So that is my skill, and that is how I am doing.
Okay, that's very nice to hear, sir.
And
I'll move on to, yeah.
For 11 years, I am into this. This is 11th year into my consultancy after leaving NDD. So total 42 years of experience in dairy business.
Okay, sir. I'll move on to the next question. What profile of clients come to you for dairy consultancy? Who are the typical people you work with?
All kind of, from 30 animal to 200 animal project reports comes to me. But I tell them, gentlemen, look into your resources. The three things are very essential. For a project report, three things are very essential. One thing is your interest. How much time you want to devote with the animal. The second thing is your resources. And third thing is the feasibility. Feasibility includes all. Like, which place, the potential, how easy to get the materials, all those things. So all these three things decide whether this business is going to flourish or not. So I'm a very honest speaker. I tell in the beginning itself, gentlemen, please shed off this idea, go for some other business. It is not possible. Dairy cannot be managed on laptop, and it cannot be done work from home, not at all. So if you are ready with that, then there are a lot of startups coming. Ma'am, there is an information. It is for all of you, those who are going to see this video, or those who are listening today. All over country, the maximum number of startups in dairy business is in Bangalore. This is a true story. And this was revealed by the NABARD when we were into the dairy industry conference in Jaipur pre-COVID, February 20. So what I am submitting is that all profile people come. So generally the smaller people, we are just telling them no consultancy required for you. You go for 4, 5, 6 animal, 10 animal, no need. You only do this thing, only do the feeding and some sort of hygiene and shelter to the animal. Not needed the RCC work and all those things. Your animal will be very healthy. But take it to the air, put it to the sun, leave the animal to decide where it wants to be. Read the face of the animal. Is it smiling? Is it happy? Then it will work. So all small and big. Painfuls are those who have already spent crores of rupees in purchasing plants which are in the boxes, and it is across the South India as well as across the India, in Rajasthan, in UP, in Madhya Pradesh, in Karnataka, in Andhra, in Kerala. Most of the places you will see such kind of clients. They come and they say, sir, what is to be done? We advise, if you are going to start a farm in the January, in the September you should put up the fodder in the field, so that by the time the animal arrives, as you know, when the barat comes for the marriage, you arrange everything in the beginning. Similarly, once the animal lands in the farm, you have to arrange for its shelter, arrange for its food, the water, and where the milk will go, that is also you have to arrange, and then go for the animal. So generally people do it, and that is how they are happy. But many people we could not help open the box because they cannot do that. Unnecessarily they have purchased it, and now it will go in the less than the half price. That is the loss.
Okay. I'll move on to the next question, sir. What options an entrepreneur has for financing a dairy project?
Lot of. If sometime the time will permit, let this few months pass for this NABARD 22. I believe if NABARD 22 clicks, I know there is a pressure from Government of India. If it clicks, no madam, it's going to do wonders. And if it again goes in the hands of, web hand of the the branch manager, then I don't believe that it is. But let us wait. Let's not be, passive. We should be active and we should be positive for this. I think it's going to do, because they have changed their format itself is a big thing. NABARD has never changed for past 50 years. Whatever rules they made became the rule. The NABARD general manager I asked in the Jaipur, sir, you are telling us so many startups are there in the Bangalore. Can you tell that how much loan has gone to the startup? And he was silent. Not a single penny gone to the startups. So this is the fact. Government is trying to do, state government is trying to do, central government is trying to do. But the implementing agencies are so lethargic, they don't want to change. First time I have heard that NABARD has gone up to 50 animals.
Okay. I'll move on to the next question, sir. There are so many dairy projects. How to ensure a new project is successful?
Dairy is never a, ma'am, this is a very good question, should have come earlier. Very fantastic. Dairy is a business where there is no competition. See, I'll tell the Bangalore market. Nandini is selling its milk from 42 rupees, 46 rupees a liter. Akshakalpa is selling its milk 98 rupees a liter. So where is the competition? Nandini is not able to sell its total procurement, which is more than 85 lakhs per day. Their total marketing is hardly 55 lakhs per day. Entire state, talking about Karnataka. Then you imagine, if so much of milk is there with Nandini, that is why Nandini is not increasing its rate. Amul has increased twice. It is not increasing. Nandini is silent because a lot of milk is there. There is a glut. They cannot sell. They are converting it to powder and fat, and they are preserving it. And they're selling at the lowest cost. So it is a loss. So the fact I am raising here is, if the same market, somebody can sell the milk at 98 rupees and somebody can sell the milk, that is also cow milk, this is also cow milk. So there must be some difference. So if there is a farm and another farm, of course, NABARD has put up a rider. 500 meters should be the distance between one farm to another farm to come for the loan and subsidy. But my experience says there is absolutely no problem of competition. The problem is, the main challenge is, people do not understand it is 24-hour business. Cow gives milk early in the morning and in the evening. So milk business is morning 4 hours and evening 4 hours. Daytime is the preparation for the evening and morning. So people understand, okay, it's like other business. It is not. And many of the entrepreneurs I have seen, my clients, they have invested crores and crores of rupees. And they have given it to the local farmers, local, laborers from Bihar and from Eastern UP and from Assam and some Kolkata. They have given them. And they have eaten the farm. So you cannot do that. You have to have, the competition is not a problem. The challenge is, can you spend some time with the animal at the farm? Can you monitor when the animal is coming in heat? Because it comes for a few hours. If you don't provide the artificial insemination, the animal is going to stand and eat for another month. It's a whose loss. So we compel them to prepare a database into the laptop and see that animal number 111 is going to be in the heat on 24th of such month. So be alert. So these are the things. The management is a problem, not the competition.
Okay. There are lot of questions posted. Since we are running short of time, I will take up a couple of questions quickly, sir. Okay.
Okay.
The next one is, when you say dairy business, are you saying dairy farming or dairy processing? Which
No,
is easier to start, which is more?
Yes, good point. Again, dairy business includes three formats. One is the procurement format, where you don't own the animal, you don't own the milk. The second one is the dairy farm business, milk production business, where you produce the milk, you own the animal, own the farm. But you know, in the dairy business, the profit margin depends on the volume of the milk. If you are handling 5,000 liter of milk, if you are handling 1,000 liter of milk, there is a hell lot of difference. In the farm, you cannot go beyond 2,500 or 4,500 liter of milk, even in the fifth year, when you are having 200 animals. But at the same time, farm milk, as the Akshakalp is doing, farm milk can be sold 2.5 times the cost to the consumers. There are consumers to pay for it because it is unprocessed milk. Vitamins are safe. So which one is easier? Easier is procurement. They will collect and they will pool it. So that is a kind of dairy trading. They will buy from the farmers. They will sell to the 99% dairy business in India is the trading. So that is easier. And that is why everybody went for that. But in the go to the developed countries, such big plants are not there. Such big companies are not there. They are dependent on the farm because the milk quality remains good always. In the procurement business, it is easier, no doubt about that. You can take the volume, but the quality goes for toss because hundreds of thousands of hands are there. Anybody puts anything into the oil, into the milk. So this is the difference. So ideally, Government of India has understood now that unless we go for the larger farms, the quality of milk in the country will be like this one. And that is how they have prevailed upon.
Okay, I'll take up one last question, sir. What is the main value added you provide as a dairy consultant? Is it give innovative ideas or it is to raising bank loans?
Bank loan, we have not much of contribution. We prepare the project report which can be appraised by the bank, and we know we have done the appraisal, so we know it is going to be positive. So that is how it is getting accepted by the banks, because they don't put a lot of energy into that. Already appraisal is given, so they find it easier. So that is our premium product. Another thing is the cattle mix and product mix. What should be in your farm, which cattle, and what should be in the market, which product. We call it your business module. What business module you should follow. So these are the two premium things what we are talking. And third one is the layout designing for the health and shed management. So these are the three things generally we are doing, and most of our revenue comes from these three.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Dr. P K Shrivastava for the talk and for answering the questions in detail. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you very much, madam.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.